Hello boys and girls, this is the Retry Game-a-Holic here. I had a question asked to me about this particular chess puzzle regarding a particular move, and I figured that I didn't explain the whole game correctly or well enough, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. This is the remake or the revised edition of the Centurini position. This is a position where you have this pawn here, and you want to queen the pawn. And the trouble is, you have a bishop here of the black bishop. Where if you ever queen the pawn, he's going to kill it, and all you'll be left with is two bishops. And as a chess player, you should probably know that that's a drawn position. There's no way to checkmate a king with just a bishop. So let's get going here, and let's explain one thing. Okay, the first thing is, in order to win this position, you need to get this bishop out of the corner. And the reason for that, later on I'll show you, is you need to be able to attack that bishop with your bishop. And like I said, I'll show you why. So let's look at the position also. So if we look at this, we can see that one of the ways we could win is that we could take the bishop over here, and we could basically take it this way and then over and then in, okay? And then we could just challenge the other bishop right here, and if he kills me, I kill it with the king, and then I just queen my pawn. But the problem with that is that if I move my bishop out this way, the king recognizes that he needs to be able to come over here to block that position. So he's just going to go like here, right? And so then when he comes over, the king will just go from there to there, and now that wrecks that position. So let's go through the first section of this, and let's see how this goes. Now this is against Stockfish 8. So it's his playing as his highest level. So to show you, it doesn't matter what level it is, you can still win. And the first thing you do is you move your bishop out somewhere, like so. It needs to be past this line. It doesn't matter if it's this one, or this one. And as you notice, like I said, he comes over there and he goes right here in order to block you being able to come in. Okay. Now that he's over there, what you want to be able to do is to get this guy out of the corner so he can so you can attack him. Now one of the problems is you can have a waiting move here, and that will pull him out of the corner. Okay. Now the problem with this one is you'll notice he'll go right there every single time. Okay. And the reason for that is when you're trying to come over here and block the king from coming this direction so you can actually attack that bishop. Here we go right here. Notice he comes over, and notice here he comes over. So now it's totally messed up again, because if I move forward again, the bishop can kill it. If I move here, the bishop will kill that, and now we're stuck at that drawn position. And what can you do? So that's the problem, because like I said, what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to stop this king from being able to do his move coming over, and the way you do that is you would attack this bishop, so he has to make a bishop move rather than a king move. Now you see he just goes right back into the corner. He's not going to attack it, because if he attacks it, he's out of this line and you can queen your. So let's go back. Oh, I accidentally. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to come out here, and he's going to start heading over this way. I'm going to come over here, and he starts heading that way. Now the important part of this is to block this bishop from going there, and the way you do that is you go there. Okay. Now what you want to end up doing is you want to be able to be in a position where the black king is over here, and he has to rather than being able to move his king, he has to move his bishop so that you get a free move so you can get into this corner over here, and I'll show you how you do that. You come back over here, and of course the king has to move this direction, because if he doesn't move that direction, then you can put your bishop here, and then you can attack his bishop on this line, and the king will still be stuck over here. Excuse me. So now, as you see, we're attacking that king, but in this particular position, as opposed to last one, the bishop is not in the corner, it's out in the open. So to block the king's ability to come over here and protect this corner, now I come out and I attack the bishop. Now he has to make a bishop move and not a king move. He doesn't want to die, so now I come over here, and now I have access to that corner, because the king can't move here, so you just have direct access to the corner. Now what he's going to do is he's going to still eye down, this bishop's going to eye down on this corner, but what happens is you attack the bishop like that, and he's just going to have to move it out of the way. So now what you do is you move this bishop all the way out to get out of the way of the pawn so that the pawn can queen, but he can't handle that. He's not going to allow that, so he's going to move his bishop back up into that corner to block that. But here is the trick. How can I get him out of this corner? And remember, if the bishop goes over here, I just kill it with the king, so he can't go here. So what I do is I attack the bishop with my bishop, and he has to kill it. Otherwise I'll kill him, and now I get my queen. Now the next trick is how to checkmate the king with this bishop that's in the way. The first thing you want to do is you want to stay on the white squares, because this is a black squared bishop. So you're just going to go down and hunt this king down with on the white squares. So let's just do something like so, okay? I'm going to push this king into a corner. Ooh, boy, what does he think he's doing there? Okay, all right. Here we are. There we go. Here it is. Okay. Let's just go ahead and start moving our dude down. It's jungle out there. Oh, with the people everywhere. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so let's move here, and he's forced to move his king, it looks like. Okay, so now we're going to move our king down, getting it ever so nearer. Now we move this over here, and let's go ahead and move it here. Ooh, this is you got to watch out for that bishop, because that bishop's going to cause problems. Now he's going to move the bishop right here, most likely, yeah. He's going to move there. He didn't. Look at that. And let's see, what do we do now? What do we do? Oh, okay, if I move there, I kill it, he knows that it's a stalemate. So let's just check this out really quick here and see what we do. Okay, let's go here to attack, because if he goes there, he's checkmate, right? So I go there, and there's nothing he can do really. If I attack right there, it is a checkmate. Nope, that's not checkmate, because the king can go in the corner. You kill this dude, and you win. So that's the Centurini position. Let's go over it again. It's really just a simple out. He goes over, over, he goes over. Go to the third position there. He comes out of the corner, because he has to leave the king over here. Over, preparing to slide into this situation, and he has to move the king, because if he doesn't move the king, then I can block the access to the king from going here, and then I can get in the way of that bishop and attack the bishop. So he basically has to start coming over. I attack there. Now we're back in the same position, but with the bishop out. Oops, what did I do? Okay, hold on. now I attack the bishop, and then so let's go one more. We attack the bishop. He moves the bishop. Now we head toward the corner. Nothing he can do in the corner. Attack him. He moves over, out. He moves in to protect the corner. I attack him. He has to take me queen, and we just do the little king hunt. Boom. There you go. So that is the Centurini position. Now you don't have to use those specific moves for the queen and the king to checkmate the king, the other king. It's just that's one example of how you would do it. Just stay on the white squares, push the king into a corner, and that way you don't have to worry as much about the bishop, because the bishop likes to get in between the king and the king and the other from your queen, so to cause problems, but you can work it out. So anyway, so that's once again that's the Centurini position. This is the Retry Game-a-Holic, and I hope you enjoyed.